Narrative Writing for Kids. Part 5. Writing a conclusion for your narrative. Narrative writing tells the events of a story in order. This can be an essay, a biography, or a novel. Authors write narratives to tell their readers a story, to educate, or to entertain. I am writing a narrative about a superhero that saves a city from an evil villain. I have already written my introduction and draft, so now I am ready to write my conclusion. A closing is the page that comes at the very end of your story. It can also be called a conclusion. We write closings to bring our writing together and finish our stories. This is where we remind our readers about what our story was all about. Here is a narrative I wrote about a superhero that saves a city from an evil villain. It was a cool Monday morning in the city of Megacropolis. People walked quickly across the sidewalks on their way to work. In the middle of the city was a tall building called the Megacropolis Tower. Larry, the firefighter, walked into Megacropolis Tower. He was wearing heavy black boots and carrying a very big black bag. Larry walked over to the elevator and pressed the button. A man and woman walked into the elevator just as the doors closed. The woman looked at Larry, the firefighter. She looked confused. Suddenly, he threw off his disguise and revealed he was Dr. Ice. The woman opened her mouth to scream, but Dr. Ice froze her with his power of ice. The man dropped to the floor and covered his head. The doors of the elevator opened and Dr. Ice walked out laughing an evil laugh. The elevator went down to the 36th floor. Steve, the CEO, was walking down the hallway to his office. Suddenly, the door of the elevator opened and a man came running out. "Help!" he shouted. "Dr. Ice just went to the top floor with a large black bag. Call the police!" Steve ran to his office and transformed into Mr. Awesome. He flew out the window and straight to the top of the tower. When he arrived, Dr. Ice had finished putting together a large rocket. "Stand back or I will press this button and freeze all of Megacropolis." Dr. Evil reached for the button, but Mr. Awesome used his levitation power to grab the remote. Then he trapped Dr. Ice and destroyed the rocket. The city of Megacropolis has been saved. Now, I need a conclusion for my narrative. I think I will end my story by rephrasing my opening. The next morning, the sun was shining down on the city of Megacropolis. People walked quickly across the crowded sidewalks on their way to work. Mr. Awesome smiled as he straightened his tie and walked into Megacropolis Tower. All is well again in the city of Megacropolis. Great! I now have a conclusion for my narrative. Be sure to watch part 6 where I revise my narrative. If you like this video, then check out Miss Dorismond's Virtual Corner for even more. If you are a teacher, you can follow Miss Dorismond's Virtual Corner on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and TPT. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.